So you're interested in seeing a jewelry piece being made behind the scenes on a CAD like this here in the background. I'll show you. I'm gonna try and make this video 20 minutes or less. So we'll see how this goes. And stay tuned. So hopefully in the future I can make more of these if you're interested. So subscribe, like, comment. So stay tuned. So in this tutorial we're gonna do a jewelry design on this ring that I found online. Something that mimics something like this. We're not going to copy exactly. We're going to start and lay down our finger size rail curve, and we're going to do the outside. And we're going to also do our profile curve. And with these things I make my own. I don't use the presets. I'm gonna center this here. Alright, once we got that down, we're gonna do a sweep 2, and we're gonna make a poly surface of those curves that we just made to make the shank here. And this type of thing is, I guess, for more people that are a little bit more familiar with Gemvision, the software that we use for CAD designs. But if you're totally new into this, if you want a separate video on all these commands and all the different functions that to make jewelry pieces, you know, let me know and I'll make a separate video on that. But yeah, after here we're gonna lay down a surface to do a flow along surface, that a command that I use a lot in my pieces. It just makes things a lot easier, and you'll see why. So we just do a simple sweep 1 to get this kind of shape along the top, where we're going to lay something here, which is the Infinity 8 piece. So once we have that down, we go here to create UV curves under the curve menu options. So you select your surface, you hit enter, and you get this here. We're going to center this piece. And anything that you design in this area you could project to the surface here, and I think it saves a lot of time rather than designing and laying your curve network up here and designing it that way. I mean, both, that's not wrong either, but you know, I think this is for design purposes, to make it an easy video. I think this is the way to go. So we're gonna do our Infinity piece, Infinity 8 piece. We're gonna try and do this video under 20 minutes. So like I said, if you're a little bit more familiar with Matrix, I think this would be like a pretty cool design that you could do real quick. Bear with me. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna just rebuild these a little bit so it looks more like the shape we want. Alright, something like that. And in this part, since it's an infinity, we're gonna do like this part. We're gonna move these curves because in the photo there's an overlap here in the middle. Alright, once we have that. We're gonna copy rotate this, and this is what you want to get. So if you get this far, you're doing something right. So this part, this curve goes up, while this one on the bottom goes under. Alright, and we're gonna offset these through points, both sides. And we're gonna do, yeah, that's a good distance. Again, copy rotate. And you get that there. Alright, once you turn that on, or once you get that, we're going to do our profile curves, and we're going to turn this on. We're going to turn ortho, or I mean project. This just makes it easier for me to keep this profile curve planar to this axis. So we're going to do a distance of 3. I'm going to round the edges, I don't know, 0.45. Whoops, try that again. Rounded. Go here, 3. Oops, 3. Alright. And we're going to copy this, or mirror it on the other side. And then we're going to do sweep 2. And we're going to add slash, and we're going to do a line here to keep it very straight, and also up here in the quads. I'm going to sweep 2 again. Again, add slash, and we got this. I'm going to cap them. We'll put them in a different color. We'll hide these. Alright, so next is we're going to do the sweep, or I mean the flow along surface. So we're going to make this curve, and we're going to make a surface. And I do planar curves under the surface tools, under that section. So we're going to grab these two, and we're going to type in the command bar flow along surface. I'm going to click. We're going to click this surface first, and where you're projecting it to. So we got that. We're going to bring our shank up, and we're going to check, because we want to actually cut the inside. And to do that, easy way, under cutters, cut to finger rail here. Yeah, there we go. Maybe it's a little bit too wide, so we're gonna redo that. And we're gonna undo before we start cutting through finger rail, and we're actually just gonna do it in here, because if you have your history on, it makes this step a lot easier. And if you have gumball on, it makes it even more easier. So it actually updates it pretty, like, on the go. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna cut through finger rail. Bring up our shank again. I kind of want to lift this up, so we're gonna do it again. I'm actually gonna bring here, I'm gonna bring this up. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Actually, scale 1D. A lot of times, like, you have to make those little adjustments along the way. I find out this makes it a lot easier to, you know, get designs like almost perfect, but like at the same time, nothing's 100% perfect. So Don't be hard on yourselves. Don't beat yourselves up if you get stuck. We all start somewhere. So we're gonna split the shank here, and we're gonna delete what we don't need. So we got that. So we're gonna hide this in a different color, and we're gonna start laying down our stones. So I'm gonna dupe edge. I'm gonna type that in the command bar, and I'm gonna click along these center curves here. Put in a different color. I'm gonna rebuild these curves. Put 100 points in these, because the more points you have in there, the easier to lay down stones. So I'm gonna gem on curve, and I'm gonna, you put your curve in there, so actually you would put this in here, and then you hit this twice, so you get this message up here, and you select the surface, so you select this part. And I'm gonna do 1.6. And I'm gonna start positioning my stones. Change the spacing. Okay. I'm gonna do it on the other side. Again, click this twice until this message pops up. Select surface, and you select your surface there. Change the spacing. Alright, like that there. And I'm gonna ungroup this. I'm gonna deselect that. Copy, rotate to the other side. And we're gonna start laying our prongs. So under setting, and here, select your gems and put it in that little box. I'm going to do a share prong, which is just one beaded prong in between the stones. Let's just make this easy, quick. Let's change the diameter, the size of the prongs. Yeah, looks decent. But this prong's hidden, so I'm actually gonna ungroup. Try and find this here. And you got gumball on. Makes it easier. Yep, that's good. It gives enough prong for the setter. And if you don't know what a setter is, that's a person who works on a bench and sets these stones. So by hand they do this thing. Okay. I'm just repositioning, sorry, some of these prongs, just so they're not sticking out of the actual piece. Alright, so from there I'm just grouping it. I'm just gonna copy it because you'll see why, because I'm actually gonna do cutters here, and once I start doing that, and I have history on, it starts moving then back to its original spot, and I don't want that. So anyways, you select your stones, you highlight your stones, and you put in this box here, and I'm going under styles and this fourth one here, and this type of block cutter, it does scallop cuts, and that's popular right now. It's trendy, I guess, with women's jewelry. So let's put ghost on just to see what we're doing here. I'm gonna change the height. Alright, that seems good. We're gonna turn the shade back on, And we're gonna start messing with the middle width. That looks good. Okay. Once you're done with that, you're gonna start bullying the piece with the cutter. So if you see, my prong's missing again, so that's why I had it copied and just paste it. Whoops, what happened here? I'm gonna undo what we did. And we're gonna ungroup this. So this is gonna be cut with these cutters. And do the other side now. Oops, I missed one. Okay, looks good. Delete that. Paste my old prongs back. And then last is doing your jump cutter. So again, I'm gonna do one half at a time. I'm gonna hide that. Again, my prongs moved, so I'm just gonna repaste it. And we're gonna bring the shank back up, and yeah, there you go. It's a simple infinity ring. There's nothing complicated, nothing. I don't think this is too hard. I think anyone who kind of has some knowledge base in Gemvision and Matrix, they could definitely do this. If you want me to make another video, if you want me to go explain each function, each tool that I use in this thing, you know, leave a comment, and I could do that. I could further explain each command that I used along this ring, this tutorial. But if you liked it, you know, like it. If you found this useful and you want to see more, make sure you subscribe and check back. You know, I'll definitely make more videos along the way. And thanks for watching.